Isles lose 3-2 against the Detroit Red Wings this evening in Detroit. Tale of three periods. Islanders led for two of them and gave up 3 goals in the third period. It was a game that Detroit really deserved to win. Got to be honest with you. They put the pressure on from the jump. They played really, really well. The Islanders did what they could. They did open the scoring with the goal by Emil Heineman. He scored in the first period at the 4:27 mark. So it was an early goal from Emil Heineman that gave the Islanders a 1-0 lead, which they held on to for the first period and as well through the second period. There was no scoring in the second period. And the Islanders were going into that third period looking pretty good in terms of a road situation. However, that their fortunes would change pretty quickly. The Red Wings came out at 2:03 of the third period with Axel Sandin-Pelinka scoring at the 2:03 mark, and then Alex DeBrincat scoring up for the first of 2 power play goals in that period at the 3:55 mark. So in a matter of less than a minute, the Islanders were down 2-1. They did scratch it back. Scott Mayfield got a goal at the 11:26 mark with assists to Pajot and Lee. But then Mayfield giveth and Mayfield taketh away. He was called for a penalty late in the third period, and Alex DeBrincat once again at 17:43 on the power play. Unlucky goal, honestly. Ryan Pulock made a nice block on a shot by DeBrincat, and the puck went right back onto DeBrincat's stick, and Sorokin had no chance to recover because he had already committed to the first shot, and the second shot just went right by him. Shots on goal, 21 shots on goal for the Red Wings, 18 shots on goal for the Islanders. The Islanders were outshot in that third period 8-4, and they were 0 for 1 on their power play, and they gave up 2 power play goals. That's the difference in this game. They did win most of the other battles. They won the face-off dot 54% to 45%. They also led in hits 16-14. They had more block shots 21-19. They had less giveaways 13-5, but they also had less takeaways 5-3. It was one of those games where the Islanders were definitely overplayed for a good majority of it. You could tell the hunger in Detroit's eyes. They were pressing very hard. The Islanders at times were stuck in their zone, scrambling around, trying to make things happen. They played as well as you could expect under the circumstances, especially in the second period with the long change. They weathered a lot of storms. They came out of those first two periods with the lead. We thought maybe there's a chance here in the third period for them to come back and do some damage. Obviously, Alex DeBrincat was the first star of the game. Raymond was the second star of the game for the Red Wings, and Scott Mayfield, of all people, was given the third star of the game, probably by joy on the part of the Detroit press there, giving Mayfield the third star for giving up the penalty at the end of the game there that caused the game winner to be scored. You're not going to win them all. These two teams are very evenly matched. The Islanders played a very good road game here. Nothing to hang your head about. They just had a little bit of a snippet there in the third period. If they had a little bit of puck luck on that second power play goal by DeBrincat, perhaps the game would have been tied and gone into overtime. But you can't have the bounces go your way all the time. So chalk that one up. 3-2 loss to the Red Wings tonight in Detroit. Islanders come back, quick turnaround for a game on Friday against the Vancouver Canucks at UBS Arena. It'll be an interesting game to see. Vancouver's been playing games here on the East Coast. I think the Islanders might be their last game or one of the last games before they go back home to Vancouver. I will have a discussion about that game as well as my walk around, my morning walk tomorrow. Go over some of the statistics from this game, things that I saw, things that I didn't see, things the team could do better, things that the team are doing pretty well at right now. It's hard to be upset with this team right now. They're playing really, really well. They even played well tonight, given the circumstances. That even when they were under siege, they held their composure. They held their own. They played a really tough road game here. They just did not have it in the third period. Giving up those 2 power play goals was devastating. But Detroit's power play is really lethal. So it is unfortunate, but that's what happens sometimes in hockey. Anyway, let's go on from here. We'll talk about this game tomorrow during the morning walk. We'll also preview the Vancouver game tomorrow as well as on Friday morning. I'm looking forward to doing that with you folks. And as always, I know this is a short one. Not a lot to say. The game was pretty quick. The game was pretty well played. And we came up on the short end of the stick this time through. So Islanders lose 3-2 against the Detroit Red Wings tonight in Detroit. We just chalk it up for some experience under the belt. We did take 2 out of 3 in the season series against the Red Wings. We move on to the game on Friday against the Vancouver Canucks. All right, folks, that's it for tonight. I wish I had a happy recap, but it's not. Can't win them all, right? Anyway, good talking to you all. We'll talk tomorrow during the morning walk. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you're looking forward to it. Let's go, Islanders. Let's go.